Ladies and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, we got a lot to cover, so let's get right with it. Trump announced yesterday that he's going to be meeting with Putin next week, and they've made progress on the Ukrainian-Russian war ending. Marco Rubio also announced that Witkoff is coming back with a plan, so we'll see what happens. Kristi Noem said ICE hiring is going well. They offered $50,000 for youngsters. They've got like 80,000 people applied. They now are saying they don't care how old you are. If you want to work at ICE, you can work at ICE. So go out and apply to go work at ICE. Trump, he says that D.C. needs to be taken over, but he pointed out something that it's amazing how much Trump and I agree. Juveniles, and the juveniles that committed that act of violence against big balls should be prosecuted as adults. Folks, we have our entire juvenile system, this might be a good reel, our entire juvenile system has been going based upon 16 years old. I can tell you right now, a 16-year-old today compared to a 16-year-old 100 years ago, 50 years ago, what they're exposed to, they act like adults. They need to be prosecuted as adults. By the way, 2 juveniles were arrested in big balls. They've been arrested, a 15-year-old boy and a girl. Brazilian killer was arrested in Massachusetts, Anderson Borges de Jesus, convicted of what's called qualified homicide in Brazil. No, where are they? They're in a blue sanctuary state. Trump donated his paycheck to the White House Historical Association. It was apparently his first paycheck. Kind of crazy. He's been in office since January 20th, but his first paycheck's been donated. Good for him. Robert Mueller apparently is in a memory lost health facility. How convenient for Robert Mueller. Let's just get all his emails, all his text messages, all his phone records. Texas soldier committed this espionage down in Texas, Fort Bliss. Taylor Adam Lee was trying to sell tank secrets to the Russians. Executing. George Soros and Beto O'Rourke are financing the Texas Democratic legislators fleeing. Check out my Facebook Live on the subject. It's the best you're going to hear. J.B. Pritzker, the Illinois governor, said that when Trump brought up the FBI, he said, our state troopers protect everybody. Get lost, Pritzker. Trump is willing to put a tariff on semiconductors and chips of 100%. Manufactured here. He knows it. I know it. Apparently, the Biden folks are ready to drop a lot of dirt on Kamala Harris if she attacks him. Wow. By the way, on Kamala Harris' books, it's hysterical. Babylon Bee published the best 10 comments. This is a book because I wrote a book. This book is about me. You know how she talks. Can you imagine if she really wrote the book? That's the way it would sound. L.A. Home Depot. This is where they go. Drug cartel. 16 arrested in L.A. Home Depot. Apple agreed to invest $100 billion in the United States. Ghislaine Maxwell says Trump had nothing to do with Epstein. Zilch, zero from the horse's mouth. Sergeant Radford at Fort Stewart is the man that was shot up the place. 5 were injured, and it looks like hopefully they're going to live. We don't know what's happened. We'll, of course, report it when we get the news.
An active duty soldier assigned to Fort Stewart, Georgia, shot and wounded 5 of his fellow soldiers here on Fort Stewart. Thankfully, all are in stable condition and all are expected to recover. The alleged shooter is in custody. We have reestablished security. I have lifted all lockdown measures on Fort Stewart, and there is currently no threat to the local community.
RFK Jr. is going after something called kratom, which is like a fabricated morphine and inhalers. Do you believe it? My God. World news, nothing to report. Pop culture. This is wild. Sydney Sweeney showed pictures of herself with a German Shepherd dog, which led to all the haters to start calling her a fascist and a Nazi and everything else because he has a German Shepherd dog. Unfreaking believable. Meanwhile, a very popular video is going around of Sydney Sweeney throwing out the first pitch at the Boston Red Sox game. Are you saying that was recent, Sabrina, or was that in 2022? 2022. Beyonce is doing a commercial for Levi's. Where's the controversy on that? We'll see whether she sells more Levi's or Sydney Sweeney sells more American Eagles. Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and Jimmy Fallon are apparently worried about getting canceled, as they should. They have become obsolete and irrelevant. Jane Etta, 84, the mother of Brad Pitt, passed away. All the prayers to you, Brad Pitt. Dean Cain of Superman, actor, Hollywood, conservative, has actually joined ICE. I love it. Big game hunter Asher Watkins, 52, was charged and gored during a South Africa safari by a Cape buffalo weighing 1.3 ton and killed. He will be doing no more big game hunting. Irish fashion designer and entrepreneur Martha Nolan O'Slatera is the 33 years old, was the woman that was found dead on the Montauk Yacht Club in Montauk, New York. Found unresponsive. They heard screams. We'll see what happens. Sports Without Boundaries. I screwed up yesterday. I got my days wrong. Today, NFL preseason starts. Colts, Ravens, Bengals, Eagles, Raiders, Seahawks. Shakespeare insult of the day. Do not be a muddy-meddled, odious tardygate. That's a good one. Muddy-meddled, odious tardygate. Remember, if you live in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area, check out my local news, and we got a lot of it today.